All right, so this is a quick note set on changes of state. And first we need to identify our three states of matter that we will discuss mostly in terms of changes of state. So we have a solid, a liquid, and a gas. When you go from a solid to a liquid, the vocabulary term is melting. From a liquid to a gas, the vocabulary term is boiling. And then from a gas to a solid, the vocabulary term would be deposition. A good example here is anytime you see frost on leaves in the morning time, it is the water vapor in the air freezing into a solid. So directly from a gas to a solid. To go from a solid to a gas is called sublimation. So a good example there is when you have dry ice, it is going from that solid directly to that gas. A gas to a liquid is condensation, and then a liquid to a solid is freezing. So anytime you're going from a solid to a liquid, you're going to increase the energy. Anytime you're going from a liquid to a solid, you would decrease the energy. When I say decrease and increase the energy, I mean of those particles. So here, a solid has moving particles in it, but they're not moving very much. They're kind of just shaking in place. A liquid has particles that have a little bit more energy, and then a gas has particles that have the highest amount of energy. Plasma is the other form of matter here, and when you go from a gas to plasma, it's called ionization, and vice versa, plasma to gas is called deionization. Again, anytime that you are increasing that kinetic energy or increasing that heat, you're going to go from a solid to a liquid, for example, or a liquid to a gas, for example, or a solid straight to a gas. The other thing that you want to write notes on is our energy curve. And so here we have our temperature, and here we have our heat. So this is just another way to show that we have increasing energy in different states of matter. And so we want to note that this is 0 degrees Celsius, and up here is 100 degrees Celsius. And so in this form, we have a solid. And this is not a lot of energy. These molecules don't have a lot of energy, but as I increase that energy, I'm going to get to my melting point. As I melt it, I'm going to then become a liquid. And these are molecules with a little bit more energy. And then as I continue to heat it, because I'm going up my curve here, I'm going to get to boiling. And boiling will change that state of matter into a gas, and these molecules have the highest amount of energy. Now, if I were to go back the other way, back down our curve here, I would have a gas removing or releasing energy, right, would be condensation. And then once I get back to that liquid form, as I go to my solid form, I would consider that freezing. So it is important that you know that as I increase my energy, I can change my states of matter. Gas has the highest amount of energy, and a solid has the lowest amount of energy.